everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that if you're returning. How you doing? All right, listen. We're going to be talking about some serious stuff here, okay? And this is going to affect every single one of us. I'm going to read to you what our president has put out, and then I'm going to tell you about the rebuttals, okay? He said, today I have implemented a 25% tariff on imports from Mexico and Canada, 10% on Canadian energy, and 10% additional tariff on China. This was done through the International Emergency Economic Power Act because of the major threat of illegal aliens and deadly drugs killing our citizens, including fentanyl. We need to protect Americans, and it is my duty as president to ensure the safety of all. I made a promise on my campaign to stop the flood of illegal aliens and drugs from pouring across our borders, and Americans overwhelmingly voted in favor of it. Yes, we did. So, in rebuttal, Trudeau said that he wants to impose 25% tariffs against the U.S., stating that this will cost American jobs. Now, 77% of Canadians' exports go to us. 17% of our exports go to Canada. And our economy is 13 times larger than theirs. So I don't know if he's not aware of that, but, he's on his way out the door anyway. So he probably doesn't care what he does or who he hurts or whatever the case may be.
Tonight, I am announcing Canada will be responding to the U.S. trade action with 25% tariffs against $155 billion worth of American goods. This will include immediate tariffs on $30 billion worth of goods as of Tuesday, followed by further tariffs on $125 billion worth of American products in 21 days' time to allow Canadian companies and supply chains to seek to find alternatives. Ce soir, j'annonce la réplique du Canada.
And in response to Trudeau, Texas Governor Greg Abbott also responded. And he said, "Careful, Trudeau, the Texas economy is larger than Canada's, and we're not afraid to use it." So, in case you're unaware, all right, this is what he has handed out. Okay, all right, he handed out billions of dollars to other countries while Canadians stood in lines at food banks. Okay, in the last year, he provided direct cash aid to the Clinton Foundation in the amount of $600 million, Hamas $351 million, Pakistan $2 billion, Libya $1.45 billion, Egypt $397 million, Mexico $622 million, Russia $380 million, Haiti $1.4 billion, Jordan $463 million, Kenya $816 million, Sudan $870 million, Nigeria $456 million, Uganda $451 million, Congo $359 million, Ethiopia $981 million, South Africa $566 million, Senegal $698 million, Mozambique $404 million, Zambia $331 million, Kazakhstan $304 million, Iraq $1.08 billion, Tanzania, $554 million. So in total, they have spent over $5 billion a year on direct cash support for foreign aid, and another $20 billion on immigration and refugee programs. Now, Mexico's president, her name is Claudia Scheinbaum, okay, she has ordered retaliatory tariffs on the United States as well. And in response, this is what Mexico had to say. And I'll read it to you. She said, "We categorically reject the White House's slander against the Mexican government of having alliances with criminal organizations, as well as any intention of intervention in our territory. If such an alliance exists anywhere, it's in the United States armories that sell high-powered weapons to these criminal groups, as demonstrated by the United States Department of Justice itself in January of this year. In 4 months, our government has seized more than 40 tons of drugs, including 20 million doses of fentanyl. It also has arrested more than 10,000 people linked to these groups. If the United States government and its agencies wanted to address the serious consumption of fentanyl in their country, they could, for example, combat the sale of narcotics off the streets of their main cities, which they do not. And the money laundering generated by this illegal activity that has done so much harm to their population. They could also start a massive campaign to prevent the consumption of these drugs and take care of their young people, as we have done in Mexico. Drug consumption and distribution is in their country. That is a public health problem that they have not addressed. Well, hang on there, sister. The previous administration did not address because they didn't think that there was a problem. Okay? So zip it. In addition, the synthetic opioid epidemic in the United States has its origin in the indiscriminate prescription of drugs in this type. Authorization by the FDA, as demonstrated by the lawsuit against this pharmaceutical company. Mexico does not want a confrontation. We start from collaboration between neighboring countries. Mexico not only does not want fentanyl to reach the United States, but anywhere. Therefore, if the United States wants to combat criminal groups that traffics drugs and generates violence, we must work together in an integrated manner, but always under the principles of shared responsibility, mutual trust, collaboration, and above all, respect for sovereignty, which is not negotiable. Coordination, yes. Subordination, no. To this end, I propose to President Trump that we establish a working group with our best public health and security teams. Problems are not resolved by imposing tariffs. Yes, but you see, you have lived on our dime. Okay, so it's time to pay us back. That's what tariffs are. Never mind. So, but by talking and dialoguing, as we did in recent weeks with your State Department to address the phenomena of migration in our case with respect for human rights. The graph that President Trump has been posting on social media about the decline of migration was created by my team, which has been in constant communication with his. I instruct the Secretary of Economy to implement Plan B that we have been working on, which includes tariff and non-tariff measures in defense of Mexico's interests. Well, it sounds to me like they want to have a sit down and chat, okay, which is a good thing. It's a very good thing, but they also need to pay us back for all the times that they've been living off of our dime, just like every other country on this planet. So it's not just them, okay? It's everyone. Everyone needs to start paying us back, okay? Because this is why we as a country are struggling the way that we do, okay? Because our country, the past administrations, okay, have print. The last time an administration did not have a deficit, and you're going to be shocked when I tell you this, and you can look it up all you want, was when Bill Clinton was in office. He is the last president that we had that did not have a deficit, okay? And maybe it's because he was one happy son of a bitch, because he was getting what he wanted underneath that desk, you know what I'm saying? But I'll go on. So, you know, things need to change, okay? They need to stop spending money and printing money and this, that, and the other, okay? We need to get back what is owed to us. And if this is the way we have to do it, because he was doing it back then when he was president, when Trump was president before, he was, come on, come on, come on with the tariffs, pay us back, pay us back, pay us back. And they were hemming and hawing and throwing temper tantrums, but they were paying us back. And now he's got to start it again. So if that's the way it's got to be, that's the way it's got to be. Tough titty wawa, you know what I'm saying? All right, y'all, I'm out of here. I will see you guys in the next one, okay? You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping, and as always, fearless. Ciao.